too.
And I don't think you're the only one, because I think Mike's comment that just came up is to do with the driving off until I hit centre, which was ages ago. So I think the stream lag you guys is really bad. I'm just looking at my stream to see if I've also got the same thing, but not really. I'm currently just starting the row I'm on now on my stream, the headland bit. Twitch has been a bit twitchy for a lot of people this last couple of weeks and so.
But it wasn't that great yesterday as well.
I think it's that old cyber attacks, cyber war thing. I assume it's still going on. Keeps buffering, yeah, so we were discussing it yesterday because a few people were having issues. In fact, I think also the other day. Oh, actually, we're discussing it on Saturday with ATS, which was 2 days ago for me. So, I know. I said yesterday, and some of you are still on a Sunday, so then I go Saturday, and you go, hang on, that is yesterday. But in case you aren't aware, it's currently Monday for me. In fact, you probably see the time up in the top right, 2:06 PM on a Monday. But it's, for me, my nearest server's in Sydney, Australia, Twitch server, so that's where it goes to, and then gets broadcast all across the world from there. So for my stream, I believe this is how it works. I'm not exactly sure, so this is an assumption, an estimate, a guesstimation, a theory. But I believe that when I'm watching the stream, it's coming back to me straight from Sydney. So I think the internet between me and Sydney is fine. But from there, there's been some issues. And that could be it. The other thing too is because the weather over there isn't too good at the moment, in case you weren't aware, living under a rock. Australia have had some really bad floods all across the east coast and stuff like that, and that's where Sydney is. It is on the east coast. We've had them too, but ours have been dotted all over the place. Blame it on the Australians. Yeah, Mike. The only thing is only New Zealanders are allowed to blame things on Australians, and Australians are only allowed to blame things on New Zealanders. You start blaming either of us, then you're dealing with New Zealanders and Australians. What's going on here?
Which is why we always blame it on the Americans.
No, we don't. We've discussed this.
In Germany we do. It's stupid. It's stupid. But we do.
Don't blame it on anyone, people. Blame it on the people that deserve to be blamed on because they've done something to be blamed for. Otherwise, don't blame anyone. At the end of the day, it's pure and simple. It's an absolute fact. There's only one race, and it's the human race. So we're all in it together on the same planet. And if we ever get...
do it the South Park way. Blame Canada. Blame Canada. No?
No. We're all in the same boat if we get invaded by aliens.
Nah. Ain't that the truth?
And yeah, we'll have to do a lot of fighting ourselves since Will Smith's resigned. Bada boom! That was a reference to the movie, whatever it was, the Independence Day, by the way. Guys, no one got it and hasn't seen that movie. Independence Day, which is originally going to be called Stargate 2. And I'm not joking about that, by the way. The Independence Day was originally going to be Stargate 2. And obviously Stargate 2 never happened, the movie, or whatever it was going to be called. So the person that wrote that script changed a couple of things, changed the title, and what do you know, it became a huge hit as Independence Day. But it's what was supposed to happen straight after the Stargate movie, which they added that into the Stargate TV series actually, at the end of the first season. Oh no, I heard about that. Sad. Yeah, Bruce Willis. I was always a fan of Bruce Willis. I remember watching him, and the first time I ever saw him was in the TV show Moonlight with Sybil Shepherd.
It must be the Will in the name. Will Smith, Bruce Willis.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with Will Smith. Bruce Willis has got he's got something.
No, that we no longer can call on them. It's the curse of the Wills.
Well, if anything, we can get Will Ferrell.
Well, that would be pure chaos. Probably not a bad thing.
Go tell him a joke, Will, see if you can't kill them with laughter. Whatever you do, don't start the joke with an alien walked into a bar.
3 aliens walk into a bar.
No, I was very sad to hear about. I actually found that out yesterday about Bruce Willis. But it's the way it goes, isn't it? Unfortunately, it happens to everyone. It's no more. I shouldn't be any more upset than happened to someone that I don't know about. It's what's happening that you should be upset about, not who it is happening to. In my book.
But that's not in human nature, right? I mean, if something were to happen to you, it would make me more sad as if it were happen to anybody I don't know.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. This is human nature. But that's the way it is.
Right.
Theoretically, for me, the belief is, and I don't do it because I'm just as human as everyone else. But doesn't make me wrong in saying that it should be about the act and not who it's happening to.
Agreed.
Yeah, the act should be, or whatever's happening should be, that's what should be going against or whatever else, you know, not justified because the person's happened to or not happened to, whether you know them or not. But you're right, that's not human nature. I'm exactly the same. You know, Bruce Willis. Funny thing is Bruce Willis is what's saddening to me when Robin Williams, who I was a huge fan of, when he committed suicide, which was a sad thing, but I got angry about the fact that it was only because someone like that, with that stature, that well liked around the world, that depression became more of a thing to be aware of. It took someone like him to do it instead of being taken serious with other people. You should never have got to that, you know. Should have got to that position way before. We shouldn't have needed that to happen. That's what upset me about that whole thing. I mean, I suppose at the end of it, like I said, that's human nature. So maybe not trying to be nasty about it, because yeah, I wish he was still around. He brought so much laughter and happiness, but I mean, if something like that happened, tragic like that happened, to bring a silver lining of it being brought into light more for other people, then yeah. But that's the sad thing for me though, is that's what it takes, when it shouldn't. What do you mean, more sad for the tree that I hit it than Frith hit it? Is that what you're trying to say, Mike? I know you're not, I'm joking. I haven't done a lot of in-cab these days, have I? Yeah, but that's the thing, mate. A lot of people didn't know he suffered from depression, but he had suffered throughout his life and had talked about it quite a bit, what he went through. But because it took him to die before people go, oh, okay, there was something to it. Which is what I mean is the sad bit.
Yeah, I mean, him and Heath Ledger too, right? The best Joker we ever had. Always where you least expect it. That shocks the people, wakes the people up. I guess.
Yeah. But he was a flu. He had a really nasty flu or something. We had the same thing here. We had a really liked actor called Kevin Smith, who was an actor and a comedian. And he was doing a movie in China, and he was playing around with some scaffolding and got off the scaffolding, hit his head, and then eventually died at the hospital at a young age, and that, you know, took a shock. And it was all over the news. And my immediate thought is, I was thinking, well, you know what, this has happened to kids. Why aren't that all over the news? You know? I think it'd be more upsetting that it happens to a child than an adult. That's just me. But I got a soft spot for kids. I don't like seeing kids hurt. Really don't.
I mean, any normal human doesn't want kids to get hurt, right?
Yeah.
At least you would hope.
I hope so. But unfortunately, there's people out there that do, and I think the last Blacklist episode that was released last week, or this week, whatever it was, that I watched, sort of signifies that. They sort of touched on that kind of thing. I won't sort of go into anyone who hasn't seen it and watches the Blacklist, but yeah. I mean, I'm really bad. Like, I can't watch any children in a movie where, like, they have a scene where the two parents or two people are arguing with a baby in their arms and stuff, or a child there, even though it's acting. I just think that, you know, it's still a kid. The kid fully doesn't understand that in that situation, and if the acting's good enough, it would feel real, and that would have an effect on them. They'll remember that for a while. That'll affect them for a while. And everyone goes, oh, they're resilient, they're resilient. No, they're not resilient. What they do is eventually they forget it, but one day it triggers it back into as an adult and still can have an effect. Okay, I'm sorry about the noise. I might mute because the neighbours are still doing construction work on the same deck. So I think they're doing the
How
same.
long are they working on that deck now?
Oh, a long time. Actually, I think they took a week off. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
Because a couple of weeks off because I think the neighbours had COVID.
Yeah, I mean, the only kid where I had no trouble watching him die was Joffrey Baratheon.
But that's not. He wasn't a kid.
I know.
Yeah, no.
He was a
That's not what I
teenager,
mean.
yeah. I love the actor though. I mean, to play a role that convincing, it's impressive. And I hated his guts.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, he's
not
real good.
him-
Real
Yeah,
good.
not him the actor, him the figure,
Yeah, the character.
the role. Yeah. Yeah, those people I'll never understand who hate the actor for a role he played.
Oh, people really get into it, don't they?
Yeah.
Really get into it, and it's a bit.
I mean, back in the day when wrestling kayfabe was still, you know, a big thing. Sure, but not nowadays.
I'm almost done. So yeah, I'll probably be a bit quiet, chat, because of that noise till it stops, whenever it stops. If it stops. Got to breathe it. I can't even see what they're doing to figure out, gauge how long it's going to take what they're exactly doing, but it does sound like a sander. It's done it again. Done that tune thing on me. I gotta remember to check that when I reset the lines, but I haven't accidentally done that. It's on disable. Oh, it is the same. I said yesterday it was a different button because it happens to me when I do the beacons, when I change the range and the trucking sims. But I press that button and it also turns the beacons on sometimes. And I thought this was on the other side, but it's actually the same button. So, I don't know what it is. My fat thumbs pressing both buttons at once. Would be the obvious answer, wouldn't it? But I could blame Logitech with not making the directional pad big enough on the steering wheel. I want a bigger steering wheel, man.
Just blame Frith. It is, after all, always his fault.
It is. That's one person you can blame. Frith. Because he's good at taking responsibility for things he hasn't done. Speaking of which, there we go. There's a link to Frithgar. If you don't know who he is, he's a fantastic guy who does farming sim videos. He does 2 time-lapse a week and 2 let's plays, one which is a hardcore challenge Another one which is just fooling around, partly fooling around, not so realistic, just so you can use all the implements and stuff like that. And he's also pretty good because he used to be a farmer, so you get some really interesting information. Oh, I forgot about that. About farming and implements and all that kind of stuff, and some pretty good stories. I'm pressing the button 5 times to turn on. So yeah, go check him out. He's good sense of humor and a lot of fun to watch. And yeah, definitely. Field 34. Where would you be? Hiding up there next to the shop.
Right above the shop.
And then we got who we got? We got old Duxorley. Same thing. Does farming sim videos. He's got 3 different let's plays at the moment. 3 different maps. 2 of the vanilla ones. So, and one on a mod map called Raven View, I think, Riverview?
Yeah,
Riverview.
Riverview.
It used to be called Newbie Farms in 17. What else have we got there? We've got Feedy, who does live streams on Twitch. If you like your iRacing, he's pretty good at that. Go check him out if you like your iRacing. We've also got DJ, who was in here before. It's getting his internet fixed. He does all sorts of stuff. On Twitch, Victoria, but he's moved on a bit from that, doing other things, and occasionally streams other people's content.
What would do that?
I mean, he's with other people and streams together. That's what I meant. Who else? Did we get anyone else? There wasn't anyone else, was there? Except for my YouTube channel, which is just these streams that are cut into convenient 35-minute episodes for those of a busy lifestyle, for those on the go. So, yeah, I normally stick them up there 2 or 3 days after the stream. And, hey, I just reset you. Yes, I did. Now I just reset you. Did I press that button? Yeah, it's just if you're busy. I mean, it's a lot easier. You can watch a couple of 35-minute episodes or whatever you got time for, and then it's just easier to go carry on from where you left off. You know, where you're up to, episode 3 or 4 or whatever. As well as the fact that if you want like these farming sim videos, want to see how the competition started or the competition that I've got going between the 2 trucking sims or anything else like that, they're no longer on the Twitch VOD. You've got the choice to go to the YouTube to see how it all came about, or how badly I did in other games. Learn how not to play a game. That's where you'll find that on my YouTube channel. Oh, and there's Rider, which Mike's put in as well.
No, I didn't know we have a write-up from 2.
Yeah, I did one for Rider, but it's been so long since we've seen him and stuff. But yeah, Rider's really good. He's quite funny. He's hilarious. He does all sorts of stuff as well. In fact, I don't know what he does because he's been on the other side of the world. I generally miss what he's doing. He does do farming sim every now and then. In fact, he used to stream farming sim from Frithgar's multiplayer server, where there's a public server there for everyone who's a member of Frithcord, which is what we call the Discord for Frithgar's Discord is called Frithcord. There we go. I'll say it that way, because that way you might understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that was back in the FS19 days, though.
Yeah, well, he might get back to it, but yeah, that's why I said he was.
Maybe, yeah.
We all know ATS is going to win. Yeah, it sort of seems like that, depressingly. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't mind. I mean, secretly, I haven't made the secret. Actually, I have said it, so not really secretly, but let's pretend it is a secret that I'm just sharing with you, just to make you all feel special, because I'm sure you'll care. I want ETS to win. That's what I want to happen. I've always liked ETS. It was the first one I got. There's just something about it. I don't know why. I like ATS as well, and I really can't tell you why I like ETS more than ATS. I have no clue myself, but I just do. But ultimately, I don't care which one really wins as long as it's a close competition. Now, with this competition, there's some sort of guidelines and sort of it's like a controlled competition theory. So there's things I can do and I can't do to keep it even enough, and the whole point is just to find out which one of the two games is the easiest to make cash on. And we started off with ETS in the lead. It's been going for a while. ETS is in the lead, all on my YouTube channel. I thought I'd just put that in there quietly. I don't think anyone noticed how, I did that smoothly, I think. And then ATS took over, and ATS was miles ahead for a very long time, and around December last year ATS came back from nowhere, absolutely nowhere, and was in the lead for a couple of months, and now ATS is back in the lead, and boy, has it regained the lead. Oh, let's see, what was my weight there? Yeah, big time. Why is my weight there? Wait a moment. Yeah, I had to. And I mean, I really did have to.
I mean, yeah, but no.
Just in case anyone goes, look, that's unrealistic, you picked the weight up, I will say to you, I did bend at the knee.
I mean, that is barely what, 1.5 ton weight. You could easily pick that up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One-handed.
Just have to. No, one-handed, that might be a stretch, but you can pick that up easy.
You did right. It would stretch your hand, but still.
Right.
Alright, so what have we got left in the way of... we've just got the baling job to do, which I really don't want to do.
Well, someone has to.
Curious.
And I already did 3 baling contracts.
What is the best prices? What's the key? That's the key. What is the best prices for silage? Highest is 163, the lowest is 153, the average is 159, so there's not much of a difference. I'm just wondering how much I actually get in selling it directly from the silo. That's one thing they don't tell you, is it?
Shouldn't it say how much you earn per hour in the build menu?
Well, I could do, but it'd be really nice if they let you know how much you're getting paid, unless you're getting paid the highest price at that time, when it sells it. Or just about out of grass too.
Yeah, for things like straw and hay and silage, it's... Well, for silage, maybe if you do it in large enough quantities. But for straw and hay, it's not worth keeping it for the best price. Because the fluctuation is like, what, $10, $15 maybe?
Yeah.
And unless you sell millions and millions of liters, it just doesn't matter. The only reason I always keep at least 1 load of straw left over is for supply contracts, actually. So if they pop up over the year, I can just pick up a few of the bales and sell them.
I never understand this. I had the AI worker start right in line of my GPS, and I come back in and go back in line, and it leaves a thin strip, which means somehow the AI worker has gone off the line but yet still be able to cultivate the field. Something's up there. That shouldn't work like that, but it does. Yeah, no, because I was thinking the same thing. That's why I was having a look. Because I was thinking, well, what if I get a supply contract which will give me a better deal for silage? That would be really handy. So should I bother holding it, keeping it, and then
Well,
off
let me
chance?
put it like that. So supply contracts for silage, the only ones I've seen have exorbitant amounts, like the hundreds of thousands. Straw and hay, I've seen quite a few that have like one or enough that 1 or 2 bales are enough, you know.
Yeah. Well, so I'm probably better off carrying on as I am until such time I can save up for hundreds and thousands of silage. Something along those lines. Nope, not that one. That's my guess anyway. No theory. Might apply it, might not. Who knows? Someone might, not me, but someone. %. It's still up there. No one wants to touch the baling contract. But what if I hadn't like returned everything? I just can't be bothered. And here's the problem: we need to get it done.
To be honest, I already did 3 baling contracts today. I've had enough. And it's hay too, so it's gonna take for frickin' ever.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I suppose I could do it. It's the extra cash. Yeah, I'll do it. Grab all the stuff. That's good. Because now if you want to go to sleep, I can go, no.
I know. So we'll settle that.
I suppose I got a spare tractor I can use too. Is that mine? Is that, hang on. That might be mine. Oh, owned by DJ. Okay, fair enough. Owned by D. Just leaves them out in the middle of nowhere. Can I? Damn it! I was hoping to get stuck in the tree. Teach him a lesson. Don't leave your toys out for us to stand on like Lego. Right, so what field was I doing again? Actually, what I did notice is field 71 never came up unless someone did it.
All right.
Is it? Yeah. Did you have a bit of a boo-boo, did you?
Not really.
Oh, my contract's finished. Is he still going though? Field work, yes, he's still going. Okay. My ping is slightly higher than... No, actually that's normal from here to Sydney. 40 milliseconds. Oh, there we go. Almost drove all the way to the field. Oh. The reason why I got this tractor is to go and pick up the tedder, then go to the field.